Yes, people, we're nearly there. 2 more days and then the international break has officially fucked up for the next 5 years. But there with us, nearly at the final push. What do you see with them?
Your mic is messed up.
Yep.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Is it better now?
Yeah.
That's better now.
Alright, safe for that at the very least. I'm gonna have to
That was
hold
on
this
the
like I have to hold this like I'm doing a wrestling promo now. But big up everyone that's locked in. Smash the like and subscribe button on your way into the stream as always. Like you were saying before my mic decided to spurs up in front of my face, we're nearly done. The international break is nearly over. It's a matter of days left before we can finally get rid of this shit little 2-week holiday where we're just sitting there worrying about our players getting injured, or even worse, just having nothing to talk about. So big up everyone that's locked in. Big up everyone that's still around. We're here to discuss a few more transfer rumours. Wesley Fofana to Chelsea's just popped up out of nowhere in the last 24 hours. God knows. So we'll talk about that, even though I think we both know where that's going. We'll also discuss ticket prices because I know everyone in Chelsea FT has just been going crazy about it over the last 24 hours, and with good reason why as well. Some of the prices are fucking piss take. And like some of us on the stream already know, if you guys were sitting in that position before the switch up, you've been fucked in the ass. But we'll talk about it. We'll discuss that. We'll discuss any other rumors. And as always, we'll end it with a few of you guys' questions as well. So let us know your thoughts on any of the topics down in the description below. Don't forget to smash the like and subscribe button because we're not growing at all right now and I'm trying to hit 25k. So if you guys haven't done so already, please hit that like and subscribe button. It'll be much appreciated. Josh, we'll start with you. How's the last 24 hours been, bro? All good?
Yeah, man. Yeah, doing well. It's almost Friday, so no complaints here. Some interesting stuff to talk about today. Peg leg Fofana. I'm not a. He can stay at Leicester. We give them enough money.
It's a peg leg Fofana.
We'll be interested to hear everyone's take on the ticket price. I think that's probably been the main topic recently of Chelsea fans. So interested to hear some opinions from some of you guys who are match going fans. It's an interesting one.
Definitely, man. Justice as well. What are you saying, my bro? You all good?
Yeah, some interesting stuff out there. Getting ready for the smack up of Leicester. Of course, they've got their manager's going to be involved in will he stay or will he go to Manchester United. Apparently, that's in the works, close to happening. If you listen to the right people. So, do they get we're going to win one last one for the manager, or screw this guy? He's bouncing on us. And they down tools. That could have a huge effect on the game, so that's something to look at. Wesley Fofana, I think Militao and De Ligt are better at this point. And if we're looking about plugging in a starter into our team, they need to be at least at the level of what we have now. And Fofana's one for the future, not for one right now. So that's my take on that real quick. But it is my Friday, so you got to love that.
It's your Friday.
Yeah, I don't work tomorrow.
Hey, yeah, geez, love that. Hear that. Who's next? Xavi, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
Yeah, yo, I'm good. Getting older, man. I'm supposed to play footy for the first time in a minute today, but I sparred yesterday and my knee got messed up. It's my luck.
Hamstring incoming. You better stretch.
My knee, so hopefully, get my Ruben Loftus-Cheek-esque type game on today. So
can't be any worse than me, bro. I was doing this little touch and shoot challenge at this football bar yesterday. I haven't deeped how horrific my first touch is, man. Genuinely, I'll give Bakayoko a run for his money. Don't ever put on a football pitch.
Is it as good as Lukaku's?
Lukaku's touch is levels clear of mine. Fucking levels. I can't even try and take the piss out of it. It's just shit. But Alex, what are you saying anyway, my G? You all good?
Yeah, good. I actually played footy yesterday. I haven't been sparring in a couple of weeks because of the elbow injury. I still can't get it right. And I scored the Wody yesterday. Actually, I was gonna slide on my knees, but pitch. If I did it, I will be with Xavi on the same bench. But yeah, I scored a really good one. I rolled the ball up in the air and just volleyed it between
At
the
least one of us is balling out on a pitch. Like,
yeah,
love
man,
to
it
see
was
it.
good. It was good. Anyway, otherwise it was pretty good. Pretty good.
Love to hear it.
I'm excited to see what actual people that go to the games think of that, because as much as I want to talk about that ticket, I am the one that go day in day out. So it's gonna be weird for me to say in it. Maybe
Yeah.
you guys can explain it more to us. Actually,
No, I'm gonna take the piss out of everybody. That's just what I do.
Just typical. But it is what it is. It is what it is. Last but not least, Mo, what are you saying, bro? You all good?
I'm good, man. I'm good. As good as I can be, having found out what we found out yesterday, bro. It's fucking hell. I just want football to come back and focus on the football, but fucking hell, bro. That email that I got yesterday was shocking, man.
are you season ticket
So what?
holder
They
also
literally
now?
sent emails to everyone just saying, "Hey guys, I know you spent like $1,000 on your season ticket, but you're gonna have to spend another 2 more of those to keep it next year." Sorry,
Bro, do you
man.
know it's the way they kind of put it across here? Like, even when they were telling us, like, so when I was buying this season ticket, they basically told me, look, the season ticket prices will increase next year. We just want to make you aware. That'll be announced in due course. So, like, the email, the way it starts, bro, you just know they have nothing but bad news to give you, bro, and it's gonna be the worst of them. But even then, I still was not prepared for the prices I saw in this, bro. I looked at it and I just thought, you've got to be kidding me. The audacity to do something after something like this after a
Man
whole
said
ass pandemic.
$3,000.
After a whole pandemic. Like, are you serious? Are we just gonna ignore what just happened? Like, what?
Most
Hey.
pockets just got a little lighter. That's all.
A little
hell no,
lighter.
but-
You think there's gonna be anything left in them pockets
No,
after
no,
Chelsea?
no, guys. I'm gonna be humble about it and say that I cannot afford 3K, guys. Nah, there's no way, bro. They're seeing me on that side of the season. They're not seeing me on that side next season.
You can move. You can move stands though, right?
Yeah, I can move stands, but apparently it's going to be there's no like priority or anything because I'm a season ticket holder, so I'm applying just like anybody else, pretty much.
Let me ask you something. Is that I heard there was the people saying that the stand that they increased the most is the one that actually the most expensive in the first place.
Yeah, West
Mhm.
Upper.
Do they have payment plans on the season tickets, or is it straight? You
No,
gotta
Payment
pay?
plan. The man said payment plan. You don't think I alone?
Yeah.
I think in the States, I think you can do payment setups.
You can either,
No,
pay
in college football,
immediately.
you
You either
can.
pay everything up front, or you pay it in like 4 installments that have to be paid off before the start of the season. So it's like my season ticket is 750, so the installment plan would be every 2 weeks you pay 150 quid, and then
Gotcha.
after 4 installments you're done.
And now,
Okay,
just
so
as
that
and now
option-
stadiums is different.
That option,
Okay.
guys, doesn't exist for the Westview stand, and you gotta pay your shit up front. It's the way it works.
Oh
So
my days!
I'm telling you right now, there's no way that's happening. I don't. Even if I had the money, guys, out of principle, I wouldn't fucking do it.
That,
I
man.
can't do it. There's no way I would have done it, bro.
I don't care if Prime Eden Hazard's back at the club. It's not worth it.
It's absolutely disgusting on every level, guys. And for those people that were convincing themselves that the fans have the power to turn clubs around because they've done the whole Super League thing, well done, guys. Just know now that you have been used. And I was telling you, we are being used and nothing else. These corporations don't care about us, and they never will, right? So let's be frankly honest with each other, because this is a statement. Because at the end of the day, I remember reading that Chelsea statement, guys. Our club didn't apologize about the Super League. They said we had to do what we had to do. There might be times where we bump heads and disagree on things, but it is what it is. We still have to run the club. And I was like, yo, they're basically telling us something else is on the horizon.
Hey,
That's
look,
what
I'm not having this. This is really just beyond the pale.
Let's go. Speak on it.
You don't get stuff for free. You
No,
don't deserve anything. He's
Mhm.
raising the ticket prices because the cost of doing business has gone up.
Stop saying he and people.
Or he or the club. The
That-
club has raised prices because that's what they need to survive as a club and move forward.
That's bullshit.
No, it's not bullshit. It's not bullshit. That's the way the world works. Things don't get cheaper; they get more expensive. Nothing gets less expensive. So if they're having to add certain protections as testing, whatever's required by the UK government, they're having to pay more people. It's more an onerous process. Do you think they're going to eat that cost? What business ever eats costs and doesn't pass it on to the consumer? It doesn't work that way. That's simple business. So cost goes up for them, your cost is going up. That's just the way it works. So you can complain about it. You can complain about it all you want to. You can either watch Chelsea, champions of Europe, or watch League Two football. Which one do you want?
You don't have to choose.
Yes, you do.
Right? And listen, everybody knows, if the Yardars are mad, I'm mad. I'm with you guys, okay? If you guys are upset, I'm upset with you. But no, the point is this, right? If in any business, if you've been supporting a business for 30, 40 years, right? There's a certain courtesy that comes with that. Yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Even in your local, even on a local basis.
No, there isn't.
Business, yes, there is.
No, there isn't.
Yes, there is. I can't be supporting your business for 20 years. I'm living in the real world where it happens every day.
No, it doesn't. Not in the real world.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does happen every day in the real world. If you're a customer for someone, a loyal customer, they take care of you.
No, they don't. Not businesses. Yes, they do. Small businesses owned by
is an emotional family business. Do you think people
no, it's not anymore.
But then how
it hasn't been a family business for years.
Don't have an emotional. Let me just finish. You think people who don't have an emotional attachment or connection to any club or football will pay as much as they do, go to every game every single year? They're paying over 30,000-40,000 to the club every year, and it's just a business. No, it's not. It's a family to them. It's more than that, and we need to stop acting like it's not. Because there are better ways to spend your money every single year if it's just a business. If we're making business decisions, there's plenty of better ways to spend 30,000 going to every single game, buying season tickets. What's going to end up happening? We thinking that people are just rich and can afford this. Is corporations are going to buy it, and we're going to have a lot of empty seats.
No, you're not going to have some empty seats.
Yes, you are, because corporations don't go to games every time. They go to games when they have to show off to someone. That's when they go to games.
So Tottenham don't fill their stadium. Arsenal don't fill their stadium.
Not as expensive as us. That's number one. And number two.
What do you mean? So you have what are the prices?
City's fill rate every season is always says they're over 90%. Oh, we're always filled. But when you watch games, everybody sees empty seats all the time. Do you know why? Because it's corporations who pay for it. It's already paid for. So whether they sit there or not, it's already paid for.
So you're saying that the ticket prices they just raised will be above Tottenham's and above Arsenal's?
The ticket prices they just raised will mean people who support Chelsea won't be able to buy it.
I didn't ask that question. You're saying that the raise in ticket prices will make it the highest ticket in London. Is that what you're saying?
Yes. It is, yes.
Then somebody give me the numbers.
So Arsenal, I think the highest season ticket price is 2.6, if I remember correctly, and Spurs, I believe, is 2K. And I don't really know about the other clubs, but I don't think they're in that significant amounts themselves. But those are the two other clubs.
But we're saying like the light seating, not just general admission ticket prices.
Yo, the atmosphere, the football will change, man. It'll be complete shit. If those fans can't go, if fans and families that have been going for 20, 30 years can't afford to go, you're changing football forever. Like, I'm not even there. I don't even watch it. I don't want to watch games where you're emptying out the freaking stadium and it's just the atmosphere is dead. Like, come on.
Daniel, do you know what the thing is as well, bro? Like, it's not just right now. They've just released the West Stand and West View seats, right? What we already know is that the season ticket prices and the ticket prices for each game are going to increase as of next season. They haven't even released the other stuff. If we're seeing this type of increase just on these types of seats, to me, what the hell is about to happen to the other seats? That's the question, because there are people, I'm telling you right now, the cheapest we've got right now as it currently stands, from what I hear, is £750. That's definitely not going to be £750. We're going to definitely go way above that. So already what's happening is they're telling us there's a picture that's already building. And as fans, we don't want to be sold this bullshit lies about this pays for this pays for that. We already know, based on the revenue they make, match day tickets and season tickets they're not really anything to these clubs.
Facts.
They're really not. We want to make it into
That's
something that's a
bullshit.
big deal.
Like,
Yeah,
That
no,
is
no, no.
bullshit.
That's
In comparison to the other stuff, 100% I'm correct in saying what I'm saying. Match day tickets are nothing in comparison to the other shit that they can make money from. Are we going to lie to each other here? What they make from a Premier League, what they make from a Champions League, what they make from other clubs.
TV money makes the majority of these clubs' income. It's not match day revenue, especially at Chelsea.
But you're
Yeah,
acting like millions of dollars don't matter to
Yeah,
us.
No one is
Millions
on-
of
no
dollars
one is on
revenue
TV.
do not
No,
matter.
No one is
That's
on
what
I
I'm
hear
TV
what
more
you're
than
saying.
Chelsea.
Like, revenue
Don't
is
please don't
revenue.
ever try to run one of my businesses.
Just no
And they're
one
always
said that
they're always going to care about that at the top level. I completely understand that, but I feel like when you're at a football club, you have to take into account the fans as well. It's a lot more different as opposed to just running a business. And I get you're
Yeah.
looking at it from a business perspective, Chester, and I completely understand that. But there has to be also, what is it, moral or emotional? There has to be a moral and emotional output to it as well when it comes to running a football club. Otherwise, you're going to come into these sorts of problems.
And
Well-
people have to understand they're also like what they're doing is look, by making it the way they are, what they're doing is they're exclusively making it so that the people that pay more get also access to the away games. Now, what are we doing? Even when we're building the new stadiums, who was more seats going towards? Was it towards normal members and people that could go to matches, or was it towards the people that were paying more? These are the types of conversations that need to be had. And morally, what the club is doing is fucked up. Because there are people that have been, and I'm not even talking about myself here. There are people that have been with this club longer than Roman has. All right. So I'm not out here trying to blame Roman. I'm out here trying to blame the people that are making these decisions with him, saying they're correct. Because there's clearly no one challenging him. There's clearly
It's
no
his club. He owns it.
That's
Well,
not
Where
I
do
have
you?
a
It's not
No,
your
he-
club.
it's not-
I'm
it's not-
sorry.
No. Let's stop
It's
that. The
Roman's
club is
club.
nothing
It's the
without
board's
fans.
club. They get to set the prices. If you don't like it, don't go.
Well, I have a question. Like, Mo,
That's
for
what I
those
want to tell you.
people,
Don't go.
Wow,
If you
that's-
don't like
for
it.
those people,
I guess that builds a good club atmosphere, right? Telling fans who've been there 25, 30 years, 40 years, families, fuck off if you can't pay it.
No, but
That's
it's
gonna
easy
help
to
us.
say. It's easy
Have
for
those-
someone that doesn't go to games to say shit like
That's
that as
gonna
well.
help
I'll
us,
be honest, guys. Let's be frankly
Like, come
honest.
on. No,
Oh,
but I
okay.
don't.
That's because of where I live now. I
It's
forgot.
not about that. I
No,
don't
no,
go to games.
respectfully, bro. Like,
don't go to
Jessica, you're
games,
saying what
but
you're
it's-
saying so easily because you don't go to games, bro. It doesn't mean that much to you that they would to the people that have been going for years, bro. That this is their livelihood. This is what they look forward to every weekend, during the week. They've
Yeah,
spent
that's
their
why
money
I'm
on it.
not. That's why I can't.
That's what I'm saying to you, bro. It's not actually.
Yeah, I can't comment,
I
man.
can't
I'm not in that
comment on it.
position. I don't go to games.
No, but
I know
I
this
can
is
tell
a,
you,
this is a religion.
Yeah, like I'm telling you guys from a loyalty perspective, right? I'm not
man. Fuck it.
like look, I'm not even talking about me, guys. I'm talking about the people that have been going for years, man. Like we're talking 30 years, 40 years, 50 years. Those people are getting priced out, guys. And
well,
what
have
I'm
those?
saying is,
Can I just ask? Have
It
those
does.
people?
I
Have
see.
those?
John,
Go ahead,
let
Alex.
me relent real quick. Josh, Jester, it does make sense. It does make business sense out of it. You know what I'm saying? He tries to make the business sense out of it because right these days those corporate seats are sold out quicker than the people seats sold out. You know what I'm saying? And as a business perspective, it is up to the board, like decide whether if they can expand the stadium, they have to generate money somewhere. But it's not for us to decide; it's for the people that actually go there to decide. You see what I'm saying? So I see Jester's point, but I definitely see Mo's point because Mo is actually the one that actually at the end of the day going to be priced out of the ticket, and he's the one going to have to decide if he's going to the stadium or not. But
Well,
the business thing is
Get tickets by itself.
the
Now
what?
that's an entire stand that's just gone.
bro, the
that's-
whole stand is not
Ho,
going to be
ho, ho, ho.
accessible. That's the thing.
That-
It's affecting
yeah.
all of us.
Like
Well,
we know
that's-
how.
That's the part where the problem starts. What just Lewis said. Lewis said the problem with the bridge is the tickets are not as easy to find in the first place.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So because of that, the biggest problem, what Lewis said, is because the capacity of the stadium. The
Mhm.
pricing is, like, for example, like what's his name? Like Igal, when he said Smith Rose cost $80, it's laughable to us. But what if some rich ass club decided, you know what, we want to buy it. It's up to the seller, not up to the person the ones
Who's
that
buying?
buy it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't like it, feel free to walk to go buy somewhere else. So in the business, it's one way, but in the human, it's another way. I just don't want people to think it's Marina or Roman Abramovich's decision. It is not. It's not them, because Roman cannot do that. He does not own the stadium. Remember that. That's the problem. He does not own the stadium.
Mo, can I just ask, like, of those of those fans like that have been going forever, like have their ticket prices been like stale at a certain price, or every year does the price increase a little bit? Like,
it's been the same cost now for I think over 10 years, if I remember.
There you go. Now you're getting now the ticket prices are
No.
catching up
Let
with
me finish
inflation.
my point. Please don't jump the gun, Chester. Thank you. Look, I get it. For 10 years, this club has done right by the fans. This jump, however, considering the circumstances that we are under, guys, we cannot ignore it. It's still not justifiable. I understand a raise in season ticket prices. I understand that the club has to obviously ask for more money for certain things. I get that part. What I don't understand is the amount. The amount is way too much. It's way too much, and I'm sorry if somebody doesn't want to agree with me. That's fair. You can have your own opinion. Your own stance on it.
When you don't like a certain,
it's a lot, man.
Guys, when you don't like a certain brand of car, you move on to the next brand, right? If you don't like an Acura, you get whatever the next brand is. That's not how football works, and we understand that, right? You don't just stop supporting your club and go support another club. People have an emotional attachment. It's a relationship. It's completely different to a regular business. So you can't treat it as a regular business. The balance has to be found. Of course you have to make money. Of course you have to have corporate seats. Of course you have to raise prices. But you can't raise prices by 100%. That makes no sense. 100% is too much.
Look, he just said they haven't raised prices for 10 years. You just got 10 years of corrective action in one season.
So are you telling me
if it had gone up little by little every year, you wouldn't have complained?
No, are you telling me the people who have haven't had any money and be able to afford this for 10 years, suddenly since the club has raised it for 10 years, they've also just had so much money, right? They've suddenly been able to pay double.
Look, it also
there's somebody who will pay for that ticket.
If the club, of course,
it might not be the person that was paying for it.
Are we thinking all Chelsea fans are rich?
Corporates will pay.
Of course, some will, but most will be corporates. Most will be companies. We see with us.
You don't know that.
My company has 4 seats in the Honda.
You can make it good enough, yes.
And they give it out to us and give it out to whatever. And they say you win it, you can give it out whatever. I've been there. I've been to 5 fights. I never paid for it.
I think that's
so of course you can have that, but
I think that's the small difference.
That level is too much.
I think that's the small difference in American sports is that every year here they do increase season ticket prices to the fans every season. And now it might be an incremental amount, but every year they go up, especially if you support a team that has won, because now the team has said, okay, well, we invested in players, we invested in stadium rebuilds, we invested in upgrades. So now they do pass that on to the consumer, but they do it every season. So it's not like, it might not go from one year I paid $1,000, now this year I'm paying $3,000. It's like this year I paid $1,000, next year it's $1,200, the year after that it's $1,300, but it goes up every year. I mean, I completely feel for the match going fans. Like, I mean, for Mo, like an extra $2,000 is a big ask in one season. But I like from the club's point of view, like it had to happen at some point, especially if they're unable to add seats to the stadium and build a bigger stadium. The price per seat is going to go up. If there were more seats, obviously that raise wouldn't have been $2,000 because they would have been able to disperse that price out through those new seats. But their hands are a bit tied if they're not able to accommodate more fans.
Josh, at the least it's incompetence, right? It's poor planning. You have to prepare people for this.
No.
You have to prepare people. If you had no idea this was coming, there was no indication this was coming, especially to this level.
When new indication was coming, They knew
That you-
indications
that-
They
were
knew
coming.
it. Mo
They-
just said he
they-
knew it.
so
He
they
got an
so they
email.
knew
No.
they knew there was
Don't-
100%
That's not what I'm
increase.
saying. What I'm saying,
Guys, listen,
every
it was
year when
100% increase.
it's not 100, it's 200 actually.
200%. That's even worse.
I know.
You
I know.
telling me fans
Don't get me
knew that a
wrong. Look,
200% increase was coming?
Look, no, not that what they knew. I said they knew that the price is eventually gonna go, and I don't want to put it on the stadium expansion, but you have to put it on a stadium expansion. Because every time the stadium expansions are brought up, it was complete no.
Yeah.
But when you see what I'm saying, so it's like
You would have to.
I think the stadium move was a no. The stadium expansion wasn't a no. It's just too
I
expensive.
can't explain 200%. I just can't explain 200%.
I can.
Even
It's
the
easy.
stadium.
It's the city council because the area it's been surrounded by Hammersmith and city council. There's church.
No, that's not true either.
That.
They were going to move Stamford Bridge. They were going to move the stadium someplace else and build a new one.
Yeah,
The pitch owners voted no.
We initially gonna move to the Battersea Power Station, but it's been denied because of the pitch owners.
That's right. They're the ones to blame for your ticket prices. Because if Roman would have been able to build his new stadium, he could have had different events happening there, and it would your ticket prices wouldn't be as high right now.
Wait, Lewis,
But-
how many pitch owners are there?
So you can blame the pitch owners. Go look up Rory and smack him in the face a couple times. He's one of the people that
Listen,
denied
the
the
few
club.
thousand. No, but the few thousand pitch owners don't represent the
21,000 shares.
shares, right? But you can a family can own 1,000 shares.
Yeah,
Right?
you can,
It's not
matter.
limited. It's not limited to one per share.
13,000.
no, you can pay for additional. You can pay for additional
Wait,
shares.
what'd you say, Lewis?
13,000 fans and counting have 23,000 shares.
13,000 fans. 13,000 fans don't represent the 48,000 we have every.
Yes, they
no,
do.
They don't.
They do though.
They
Because
don't. That's
they're
not
the
fair
ones-
to them. Those
That's,
guys aren't pitch owners.
okay, listen, you're not understanding something. They're the ones who own the name Chelsea Football Club. They're the ones who can say, Roman, you can leave, but you can't take Chelsea with you.
We understand that, but they're
Okay?
not the ones. That
And they're
fill
the
entire
ones
stadium.
that denied Roman the opportunity to move the stadium, build a new one, get more revenue, and which would have then in turn kept your seat prices a little bit lower because there would have been more of them. There would have been bigger events being held at the stadium because people actually want to hold events there.
That's
And
cool, but
and so they could
that doesn't mean
offset some of
punish
this
the other-
cost. We don't have
I
that.
understand that, but that doesn't mean punish the other Chelsea fans. How do we know even half of those 20 or 13,000 fans go to games every game?
But they
Go to
still
away
had they
games.
still make the decision.
That's cool, but they don't go to games.
They
do we
made
know
the
that?
decision for
Do
the.
we know they go to games? We're talking
What does it
about
matter if
Matthew
they
and
go?
fans.
They
talking about
still
season
made their
tickets.
decision. They made a decision for everybody.
And
by
so
not
is,
letting Roman
so
be
is the club. So is the club. They've made a decision for everyone. You're gonna end up watching games.
Sometimes I don't
seeing
understand
empty
what
seats.
world people live in. The club said we need to make more money from our stadium. We want to build a new stadium over there. The pitch owner said, if you do that,
what
you can't be
capacity is our
Chelsea
stadium?
anymore. Huh?
What's our stadium capacity right now?
Was it
45,000?
40,000 at the most?
Nah, it's gone down now because of standing. I mean, because of the rail seating. Now we're down under 40k.
Yeah.
9k now.
So about 38,000, right?
Yeah, 38, 39k.
38,
God
39k.
damn,
So at
that's
38,
low.
39k, right?
Yep.
You take away however
Wait.
much 10k for away fans.
Dude,
If
I
it's
live
even
in.
that.
Let me tell you
What
something.
so are we saying the
I live in
25k?
12,000 12,000 people town. A college stadium, it's 100K.
I think there's high school football
they
stadiums
literally-
in Texas that have
They,
Yeah,
higher
for sure.
capacity
they
seating.
literally built last 2 seasons. They built another stand just for corporate blocks. 38,000. Damn.
Yeah, that's why they
No one
they
is
can't
saying
hold
don't
big
raise.
events
No one
there.
is saying don't raise the price. Like you guys don't understand how 200%
said
is just
that.
too much.
Yeah, I don't know how he doesn't understand that, bro. That's literally all we've been saying.
That's all we're saying. 200%.
Mo,
Not saying don't raise the
Yeah,
price. Of course you can
200%
raise
is
the price.
Saying-
200%.
Mo,
Like
would
And I'm
what
you?
fans
saying,
do we think can afford that? Do we think we just have rich Chelsea fans? All the fans in London who have
But
money are
this
just
is the
Chelsea
thing,
fans,
like
right?
you know the new Stamford Bridge as well. Like this,
That's
the same
delusional.
thing that we're seeing happen to the old Stamford Bridge has happened to the new Stamford Bridge. I said I didn't like the new Stamford Bridge because they were only adding 17,000 hospitality seats and only 3,000 average seats.
There
Here
you go.
now, because that's not happening, we're now seeing more hospitality seats, and there's less seats for members and season ticket holders. I've already said if you're a member, I feel for you when you're searching for tickets because
100%.
you're basically in a Royal Rumble every game, and you're
Yeah.
starting at number one.
Mo,
Good luck.
would you have preferred a slight increase over the years as opposed to like one giant raise? Like, would you have?
100%. Because this doesn't even take into context the is the. Sorry,
No,
go ahead,
you're
Lewis.
saying, sorry. You're saying a slight increase. It's a slight increase. It's not to average It's not to average season ticket and members seats. They've just raised the fuck out of hospitality seats, got rid of an entire members stand, and said this is hospitality now. And for members and season ticket holders, right now there's just a shitty £2 admission fee for every time you buy a ticket, which Chelsea have already admitted they've only added that for their own revenue. There's no real reason for it. In fact, we do e-tickets now. So they don't need. There doesn't need to be an admission fee. It costs us more to print out the ticket than the fucking admission fee costs in itself. So it's definitely not that. So in terms of raising it year by year, I would have got that if members and season tickets have gone up, but they haven't. Season tickets is bound to go up next year. We don't really know how much yet. We'll have to wait and see on that. God forbid it's anything too bad.
What doesn't help? Oh, sorry, go for it, Lewis.
I'll go for it. I was basically done anyway.
I think what doesn't help the situation, guys, is like for me, if it at least took into context the current situation that everybody's in, like there's a whole pandemic that's happened. People's lives are not like at a certain point where they can make these types of decisions. And I think to throw something like this on the table, I mean, even the way the email was actually written, like it literally says on the email, guys, like I kid you not, it says to give you plenty of time to review your options. That's them basically saying, yo, you already know this is going to be fucked up for you. Like they pretty much have told you.
100%, man. I can't explain to you.
Like it's fucked. But the fact of the matter is, I think what doesn't help the situation, right, is that as fans, if we're out here justifying something that is clearly a misstep, like it's a clear problem, guys.
What? Let me ask this. What if club did that, knowing they will pissed off and they will go on the low prices? Because to see the reaction, if it's gonna be a big reaction, it will stay. If it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, like.
Maybe we've seen Chelsea back out of things prior, so they might back out of this and say, "Okay, we'll change our mind. It's actually going to be."
They're not going to change their mind about this. I guarantee you that.
I'm not going to lie to you. I doubt they'll change their mind about this. That's the issue. I doubt that they will. What my issue is, what the hell are the prices on the other stands? Because the fact that they're keeping that back right now, they've mentioned this, right? And imagine that this is 1,500 for one tier, 3,000 for another tier, and then 3,900 for another tier, right? That's just on one stand. Imagine if they do the same shit on another stand now.
Well, they might. They got to make that money.
Just
some people making good.
Alex, just one sec.
Oh, go ahead.
Barry says Dana's right. That football shouldn't. Dana's right that football shouldn't be moving like this, but to Jester's point, football as an industry makes way too much money and clubs move accordingly. Yes, but like that also just shows a hint of greediness, especially compared to fans. But like you said, football's a business, so you are going to have that sort of remorse.
Let me ask you a question.
Pulisic's first doctor also says, sorry man, I got a few to get through. No. Says thoughts on Hazard's return. It's a no from me. We already have an injury-prone winger past his prime in Pulisic on our books. Why add another? We'll go to Hazard again. I don't want to discuss the topic
past
right
his
now.
Prime. He's 22.
23, yeah. Past his prime.
Naval Nation also says, I think this is the start of the reconstruction of the bridge. So they're working on the inside the stadium, seats, big street. It's not a construction.
It's not. It doesn't feel like it.
Nah, trust me, because they'd have to take the whole bridge down and then
Yeah.
renovate it back up
Yeah.
again.
Yes.
That. But Alex,
Let
what
me-
you said, bro?
Yeah, I forgot I actually was going to ask, but my question was, what if some people actually make a good point on the chat about the whole thing, about the stadium? What if, like, by trying to force people's hands, the pitch owners' hands about the whole stadium thing? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why they're doing it, the whole thing, just force it. It will be just funny if it will just be in just Rory's ticket will go price in 200%, but the rest of them are still free, just because he's the loudest one out of all the what I heard about it. But never met the guy. But if he blames, here's the situation I want people to know: Roman doesn't own the stadium, so he cannot increase anything. Stadium, it's actual physical thing. They don't own it, so you can't fix something. For example, sewage, bathrooms, seats. That doesn't come from it. It comes from revenue from the stadium. The Chelsea things cannot fix those things. The stadium, what builds money, that's what pay for it. I'm not talking about it's not about buying players from the stadium revenue. It's about keeping the stadium actual physical running. That's what the money.
There's no such thing as too much money to these owners, so that's got to be squashed
Another
right there.
thing,
No owner is going to ever be like, you know what, we've got a little too much money right now, guys. We're gonna, like that. That's not the business they're in. Like as much as Roman loves Chelsea, and I truly believe he loves Chelsea, he's never ever going to say, you know what, guys, I got a little too many peas in my pocket right now. Like it's just never. That's never going to be the case.
I mean, he will donate money, but I don't think he'll say no to the money, extra money.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is, like, people need to actually find out the right person to blame for, because it's gonna go blame completely wrong direction.
Blame the pitch owners. That's what you need to blame.
But see, why is this all about blaming, guys? Like, to me, this is where the issue lies. Fuck the blame, guys. We have a fucking massive issue here that is so evident to us, that where people are being priced out of games. But blaming is not going to help anybody. It's just going to delay the fucking obvious. The shit is going to happen, and then we're going to get priced out, and then we are no longer a problem, right? So
then why talk about it?
It's simple, because right now, as currently things stand, what is the solution? What is the compromise?
There is no compromise. You either pay the money or you don't get your seat. That's what they're telling you. If you think that they're going to say, well, I feel sorry for somebody, we've been taking it in the butt for the last 10 years.
That's not what I was going with this, but I think you're assuming things. What I was actually going to say was, if there's a conversation to be had between the pitch owners and the club's board level, whatever, that's what we need to encourage, because that conversation happening is crucial to something actually happening for the club that is best for the fans, but best for the club and best for the owners. But until that happens, if we continue going around just saying, blame this, blame that, blame this, I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, nothing's going to change, really, because the money's still going to be there.
Here's how I see it. It's a business thing. Stadium, it's a physical business thing. I'll look at this issue.
How's he checking?
For example, how bad neighborhoods becomes really rich neighborhoods. You know how they do it?
Yeah.
What they do, they build this stuff, expensive stuff around, and pressure and suck slowly. So eventually those people can move out.
Yeah.
That's what they're doing. And the reason you say right person to blame for, it is exactly what you need to look for. If
So
you
they're
start
just
to blame
pricing
the
out
person,
working class fans. That's basically what you're saying.
what?
You're basically saying they're pricing out working class fans.
By pricing out the situation.
I'm saying,
That's
listen, what I'm saying
yeah.
is there are not enough rich fans, right, physically, that are going to go to games
Yeah.
every single game. If you think that those fans are just going to pop up, that's not what's going to happen. What you're going to have is going to be corporate seats that companies have to show off. You come to our company, we want to sign you, you want to do this,
Sure.
that. Come to a Chelsea game. We have tickets to it. We have, you know what I mean? That's what happens.
Exactly.
So you're gonna have empty seats. I don't want to watch Chelsea games with empty seats.
Apparently, let's understand something. Businesses don't do anything without doing the research and the market research and knowing how this is going to affect butts in the seat. They already have that baked in. They already know they're not losing any butts in the seat by doing this. So they know that they have people that are lined up to pay these ticket prices. So if you want, the next guy will. And it's not necessarily corporate. It could be just somebody that's making a little bit more money.
You waste money.
You really think so?
Yeah, I actually know.
Logically,
so.
you think there are more
businesses
people that just
do
stop
not do something like this without having, without knowing what's going to be the outcome of it. They just don't go, well, I'm just going to raise ticket prices today. I don't know what's going to happen. We're just going to do it. You think that's how the club works?
No, they know. No. They know they're going to make their money. Revenue is going to be there. Do they know how it's going to look in TV when they don't have fans? They don't know any of that.
But you're assuming they won't have fans in the seats. You're assuming that. They were the
Lewis, is there a
champions.
waiting list for season tickets?
Hey, 3,000, man. That's a lot of money, bro. The 3,900. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money, man.
We know.
A lot of your dollars not coming, bro. That's a lot of your dollars not coming anymore. That's a lot of
Do they
money.
have a waiting list?
We just know how corporate shit works everywhere else. I don't see how Chelsea will be any different.
Wait, Lewis, we're still going games today.
I don't see how it's in our case that we somehow get all the rich fans that want to go to games and have been waiting for years just to go to games and spend their money on games every game. I don't think those people kind of are out there.
How many twerks Kazi got to do with that ass on his picture? How many twerks for 3,900 so he can?
Lewis, is there a waiting list for season tickets?
No, they don't do it in terms. No, they don't do it in terms of waiting.
No,
Guys,
for the members.
I can confirm now, yeah.
I'm sure there is, but those people can afford 4,000.
They do it in terms of loyalty points. Every season, your loyalty points goes back to zero. You build up.
Then we're lucky.
Games that you go to, and then at the end of the season, anyone who gives up their season tickets, it goes off on sale based off the loyalty points that you've accumulated throughout the year. And then
and look, there's working class people that pay for NFL football season tickets. I know because I priced them, and they're a lot more, and with a lot less games than your prices over there. And I was going to be able to afford them. It's just a matter of I don't take a vacation.
Come on, we make more money in this country than they do, man. You know that.
These are your dollars, man, right here, bro. I don't think that's a lot of money, man.
Our stadiums too are much. The capacity is much higher in most of our stadiums, but they still charge a fair amount of money, even for. I think a buddy of mine has season tickets to the Bucks. He's in the third deck, which is way up. And I think they pay like a couple $1,000s a season for those. And you wouldn't be impressed with the seat if you sat there. You'd be like, okay, it's in the stadium, but the further you get closer to the field, the prices are extremely pricey, like in the tens of thousands.
Can I ask Lewis a question, by the way, Lewis, real quick, yeah?
Go on.
What's called? Are you gonna still be going? What's called buying season tickets now? With these prices, you're still gonna be buying them.
Well, it depends on what the price is for my seat. Like, it's not my section that's been priced up to $3,000. Mine's still at $750.
Like, did you say that it's the hospitality seat now?
I've never been into Stamford.
That's
okay. Can you explain what a hospitality seat is?
Yeah, I don't know any of this stuff, man.
Not VIP seats, but
corporate seats, basically.
So is it more luxurious? So is it going to be much more luxurious? It's going to be protected.
Here's the thing. West Upper, which is the stand that they've done that for, it's not even that luxurious. Like, they just have padded seats instead of plastic seats, and they've got a few plasma TVs at the top because of how high the view is in case you can't see, so you got a better view of the game. But that's about it. It's not really hospitality. It's like the medium between hospitality and normal seats.
So
like West Upper,
for that, you know.
It would be like luxury. It would be like luxury seating here in the States, Jester. So like usually the second row in a football stadium is luxury seating.
Yeah. I know.
Mo, you sit in West Upper. So would you say it's like hospitality there or not? Big up Flawless and.
In comparison to like the normal seats I used to have before, just as a member, it's definitely a step up. Obviously, from the padded seating to like literally having and a place to go to where you can actually queue up and actually get food and get stuff. But again, everything's priced at a certain standard. The facility is much nicer. Don't get me wrong. It feels like an entirely different stadium. Honestly speaking, it feels definitely better. The fact of the matter is, I understand, obviously, at some point, somebody has to pay for this shit because they're not going to do that for free. Somebody has to pay for it. To me, I just don't understand the bump up in price being this high, this quick. That's what I don't understand. And I also don't understand. No, you did. And honestly speaking, even then, I still can't justify it. I get why you're explaining it from a business perspective, but let's be frankly honest. If it was just a business and nothing else, then there's no conversation to be had. We all know this is more than just a business. The game is more than just a business. It's being taken over by businessmen, but the fans still have a say in certain things. The fact that, like, if we want to do something about it, we need to be.
There's nothing you can do about it. Nothing. Not a damn thing.
There is. I believe.
No. Well, why don't you go ask? You can ask Flawless here how the protests have worked at his club. Go ask the people at Arsenal how the protests have worked at their club. They don't work.
Man, we see,
Guess what? As long as the revenue's coming in, they don't care.
We stopped the Super League. Did we not?
Come on, stop the
No. We didn't stop the Super League. I'm definitely not claiming that. You know, when it comes to it, when it comes to Arsenal, Man United, right?
Put a check under pressure, man. I remember that.
When it comes to Man United and Arsenal, they have different structure to us. They have a different problems to us. So I'm not going to compare situations that are not like for like. Although the problems might seem alike, the fact of the matter is Arsenal fans are much more unhappy about the fact that they were promised a whole new stadium and a club that was willing to compete, and all they have seen is a club that is willing to sacrifice everything they have known about their club. That's a different story. Man United spends money but makes very poor decisions, and that's a whole different story for that club. Our club has been obviously trying to be self-sustaining and get to this point that they're at right now. And in order to reach the next level that they need to reach, there's clearly conversations that need to be had about what happens next. The stadium is basically the issue. So right now, the club have played their card. Their card is that we're going to increase these season ticket prices to this much, and here's what we're willing to do in order to compete or in order to do what we said that we would do. Now it's the fans side of things. What do the fans think? What do we want to do about that? Because at the end of the day,
I think they're gonna try build a new stadium. What's good in like 2 years. I don't think what's called this 3,900 thing is gonna work, man. I'll be real with you, man.
Well, imagine being a Tottenham or a United fan paying those prices and having to watch that shit product on the pitch.
Guys, that's the issue. I think the reason why the club thinks that they could get away with this, think about it from this perspective, right? If an Arsenal team is willing to charge 2.6k to a team that barely hits European competition, specifically the Champions League, and they are willing to pay 2.6k, and Roman or whoever at our club is sitting there thinking, those guys on the other side of London are getting to charge their fans 2.6k for a season ticket, whilst we out here charging at max 1.2k. To them, it makes no financial sense. They were always going to increase the price. That's why I'm not being naive. I'm not saying what Chelsea is doing is dumb or unreasonable in terms of actual increase. I understand the increase. I don't understand the amount. And the reason why the amount is not understandable is because, let's be frankly honest, fans will say right now, oh, look at Chelsea. This is now what's happening at Chelsea. In order to buy players, they need to do this. You guys can spin this. But let's be honest. If Chelsea makes this work, guys, your club is next. So I don't know. I don't know why these people are trying to cheat at this and say, oh, look, it's a Chelsea problem. Your club is next, my guy. If you think this is just shit that's happening to Chelsea exclusively, you're fucking dumb, bro. This is the Premier League, and these clubs are watching each other, and they will look at what works. And I'm telling you right now, if they can milk more money out of us, if they can do anything,
how much would this make, by the way?
They'll do it.
How much would this make? Like how much is this gonna even bump? Like how much profit is gonna make? Like in terms of profit?
I don't even know. That's a just a question, honestly.
Yeah, just go on, because you're the businessman. So please tell me.
Nothing.
So it's an increase of what, $2,700 for how many seats?
How many seats?
Basically 6k.
It's 48 million. It's 48 million.
48 million.
48 million. What?
That's what somebody said it earlier. That's what I heard.
So how many seats are getting this premium price? You got it's all. It's just simple math.
And
Yeah,
plus times how many games? I mean,
Times how many games are being played at Stamford Bridge?
but 19,
Can one of the
19,
what's it called? The
19 at
match-
Stamford Bridge plus.
Well, no, there's
actually,
European games as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
technically get to go to away games with them as well, correct? Or you get access to away tickets.
Yeah, but they don't
You don't
reap
get
the
that bit of
rewards from
revenue.
that.
Okay.
So that's simple math. So let's say it's 5,000 seats, or is it more? Is it 10,000? What's in that stand? Can anybody tell me?
Let me check now.
trying to find the amount of people in that stand.
Man, I hope it's
Well,
gonna be
the West
big
Stand.
buck,
The West
man.
Stand's about 6K.
You're judging this, man.
So it's 6,000 times the increase is 2.7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about 16.2.
Yeah.
So it's $16,000 per match.
Pounds.
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 Nah, man,
Okay.
just let him say
Currency.
no, man. He's normal. Like, just let him say
Come
no.
on. Your dollars are too small for us, man.
Dollars, pounds. We're
Pounds
talking
out
about
here.
the same amount here. So,
So what's called? It's
man, y'all make me do
16.2.
math this. So I'll give me my abacus out right now.
I think
Someone get a
Potter said
calculator.
like
Somebody get a calculator out here, bro.
16.2 times what?
how many
Times your
games
math,
really?
So yeah, like
60 times. Wait,
Oh,
60
okay, I'll tell
times.
you how many.
19 games. Just do every league.
No. It's more than 19 games, guys. So it's 19 games, the cup home games, all cup home games, sorry, and European group stage games.
Okay, that's good, you know.
All right, so
Yes.
19.
No. Kaz, they didn't hear you say that. Fucking hell, Kazi, bro, don't do that.
Kaz is like, you know what? 3 grams okay.
That's 29,000. 29.
Kazi, you're the only one
16.
that's in school. You should be doing
160.
math.
Bro,
So
this is some calculator shit right here, bro.
Wait, 162 times what? 19. That's like 29.
22. It's $22,000 per.
I graduated
match.
high school in '96.
Well, 29. Actually, 29. It's 162 times 19. You said.
Bro, what is this maths, man? Can someone just back out a calculator? Get a calculator.
I got a calculator out.
Get a calculator,
Bro,
man.
that,
So-
Just put the abacus away.
yo, Kazi, you asked the question and I told you straight up, bro. This ain't my type of question, bro.
Well, Justin, 30K. 30K then. 30K.
I knew straight away, bro. Nah, math is not for me, bro.
Somebody said earlier it's 48 million. It's a $48 million.
Yeah, okay, let's just run with 40
$48
million. Let's just run with 48 million, man. Let's just run with
Well,
48 million.
all right.
No. 48 minutes sounds bad, bro. Even then, I might have to turn my.
How many home games do you usually average? 30 in a season?
Yeah, 307,800 pounds.
Because you've got 19 home games in the league, and then you have another 11 at least for cups and Champions League, right? That's 30 games.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
just
and
use
what's
that as a
the
round
ticket
number.
price being increased to?
3,900.
Mo,
3.9k for the most
39?
expensive one. Yeah,
Yeah.
3.9k for the most expensive one. Then it's
Yeah.
3k for the second batch, and I think it's
Is
it
1.5?
1.5 for the other one. Wow,
Yeah,
so that
for the-
makes 1.5 sound good. I can't be asked.
Well, the 1.51 doesn't include European home games.
And
Yeah,
there's
no, it doesn't.
imagine there's a £900 difference from being able to sit by the 18-yard box to the halfway line. It's ridiculous. And then there's
Although
an extra 1k off if you want to sit by the goal.
I
So
can't.
you
But I like upper seats.
$3,900 times 6,000.
That's 23.4.
That's 23.4 times 30.
That is 702.
Yeah, $702 million.
Million.
Wait, what? What kind of math are you lot doing?
What kind of mass is this, man? I want to know.
702 million. Wait, from what?
No, it's 7 million.
What kind of 7
Yeah,
million?
it's 7.
Like,
It's 7.
Yeah,
It's
you might
7
want to
million.
take a zero off that.
Oh,
one.
7.2 million then, yeah?
is that it?
No,
Is that it?
702.
You know, is that
Oh,
it?
Oh, 702.
No, even 7.2 million seems a bit off. That don't make sense.
That don't make
39,
sense, man.
39. Okay,
Wait.
let's walk through this one more time. $3,900 times 6,000 seats
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
Equals
right
20
on that.
is $23 million right
Well,
there.
Yeah.
23 million pounds, 400 million. Yeah.
So you're talking almost $1 billion
in revenue.
in revenue.
What?
Yep.
Yeah, do the math.
Wait.
23.4 million pounds.
Nearly
Look,
a
look,
billion
look.
in revenue.
No.
Let me get my calculator, man. Your calculator must be rusty. Your calculator must be rusty, man.
You know, Mo, you're just gonna have to suck it up now.
No, wait. Let
No,
me
wait.
get my calculator. Your calculator is rusty, my guy, bro.
Hey,
It's 6,000. Wait, 6,000. Yeah,
Respect me, fam. I got a degree for that.
Times by what, man? That
No,
calculator.
I just have one question, guys. Did you do 6,000 for the whole stand and you times that by 3,900?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so obviously there's 3 different tiers. The whole stand isn't going to be charged 3,900.
Yeah, some are going to be 1.9, some are going to be $1,000 as well.
Exactly.
We still talking about.
It's only the seats by the halfway line that are 3.9k. The ones that are near the 18-yard box are $3,000.
Okay, so give me a median price.
The ones
Yeah,
by the
so
goal are-
let's say 2,500 as a median.
Extra large price.
Hold on.
Just go with 2 as a medium.
That's 3.
Okay, two's fine. Two's fine.
I said 700. He said
Right,
1
if you
billion
want the
for
median
one stand.
price, if you want the median price, that's £3,100 at least for those 3.
Bro,
So you're talking
What
about
is-
at that median price, you're talking about $360 million a year.
Yeah.
How is that median?
So you
Well,
take
3.9
people don't know what
3,000
I said it was
plus
3.5.
1.5 equal that, and then you divide it by 3.
I did by 2,000.
Yeah, I did the 2,000 that Dan said. I think
2,000
it's
times
Yeah, that's what I
six.
did too.
What's 2,000 times 6,000?
it's 12. That's 12. I think 12 million, wasn't it?
That's $12 million.
Times 30
Times
games.
30 home games is $360 million.
Yeah.
So it's not like they're just getting peanuts out of this, which everybody thought, oh, it's only another $5 million. No, $360 million.
Get my math up.
no, but it's a one-time fee. So why are we timing it by this 30 thing? What was going on? Is it not just 12 million?
Yeah, it's just 12.
Why you say 12 million?
Because you're not paying it.
Do we need a math class?
We're not paying
Bro,
per
what
game.
is maths, man?
$2,000 per
Jesus.
game. Yeah. That makes sense. It's not $2,000 per game.
It's a
Okay.
one-time fee, guys. So that mean it's 12 million, right?
That would be, 12 million.
Okay,
12 million.
so
Is that it?
12 million doesn't even pay somebody's wages out here, bro. Fuck this shit, man.
12 million doesn't pay somebody wages. What are you trying to make?
Yeah, I don't know.
Tell that to Antonio. Tell that to Rudiger.
Yeah, everybody wants to pay Rudiger. Hey, that's Rudiger's salary right there.
Nah, he's not getting paid. I'm sorry.
You're not getting paid, bro. You're not getting paid at 12 million. Relax, man.
You look, the chat, yeah, the chat is having a laugh at our expense about how bad the maths is. I said it from the get-go, guys. As soon as maths was asked, I said that's not my subject, guys.
Hey, respect me, fam. Respect me, fam. I'm the only graduate here.
You lot confuse me so much as to what you read calculate.
Mate, Lewis looks like he's high or something, man.
Make it simple.
I swear.
I haven't woken up.
Math is equations, and you guys are adding X, Y, Z.
I'm gonna just let you talk. You lot can do it because I'm out.
No, guys.
Lewis is still in bed.
But we'll just say if this gets Christensen's contract over the line, it's fine.
Hey, wait a goddamn minute.
Hold on.
No.
You can watch
Christensen
30
is out the
games
door.
for
He's out the
$2,000,
door.
an average of $2,000, and you're bitching?
No. It's for the seat. You still have to pay for each game.
Lewis, you heard?
What?
The season ticket's $750. I'm not paying $1,000. Like,
It's for the season ticket.
Lewis,
you
you
still
heard?
have to pay for each game.
So
Oh,
hold on,
my
no. Let me get this straight. So you're just saying the 2,000 is just for the opportunity to have that seat. It's not for the actual entry fee into the game. Somebody, because I don't know, I've never been.
no, that price is for the season ticket.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that mean?
You're guaranteed 19 games, 3 Champions League games that are at home in the group stage. You're
have to
guaranteed
pay for each
however
game?
long. No. You're guaranteed those games. They're part of it. Right now,
So how many games do you get?
Oh,
for
so
your
there's not
season
more
ticket?
revenue with it.
So
Right.
what is your guaranteed
Right now,
games you
I'm
can
only
see?
guaranteed 19 home games. and
plus
nothing
3?
else.
Guys,
No.
Talk about
No, us
Christensen
things
leaving.
stand. I'm not talking about next season. I'm just talking right now. Us things stand for my season ticket this year. 19 home Premier League games and everything else. I'm pretty much guaranteed the opportunity to get, which most of the time I will get it, to be honest.
So you just get 19 games so you're paying right
65
now.
pound
You're
a game.
paying about $100 a ticket.
£65, yeah.
Yo,
That's
the
not
comments
bad.
are trolling us.
Yeah, it's
Not me. I came late. I'm good at that. Not me,
I
though.
told you, I'm not guys. I'm not even gonna try.
This is some setting maths right here, man. I
Hey,
swear.
allow me.
Bro.
Allow
Yo,
me,
Kaz,
fam.
you supposed to be good. You fresh out
Hey,
of school,
allow
bro.
me, fam.
Oh,
You want to go on degree from that, fam.
listen.
Allow me, bro.
I just
Listen,
came,
man.
so it's not me. Y'all
Nah,
just
the
say
I'm
so.
in college right now. I was
To be
never
fair,
good
the
at maths.
prices now aren't bad
I was
at all.
never good at maths, man. Allow me. I was never
Allow
that
me,
good.
fam. Hey, allow me. I got the degree on that, man.
As a maths.
Pater's already paying 3,900. He doesn't care.
Set A. I can't.
Yeah, Fatu's already paying the money, man. Fuck him.
He don't care. He doesn't
What?
care at all.
I'm not seeing
He's
the
not
West
the
Ham.
problem.
Oh, hell
He's
no.
already-
I've been paying
But I
3,900
don't
for
gotta
years.
worry about maths because everything's all paid for.
Like I've been paying
Hell
that
no,
for
I'm
years.
not
I
seeing
don't
the
care.
West Ham.
But you
I
pay
see you,
that,
Pater.
Daniel.
It's cool, man.
Some stinky guy, man.
Oh my god.
You
man.
won't pay $100 for a ticket to
No,
see
I
a
said
match?
No. Times
3.9.
100 quid. Oh no.
now it's like
Fuck
180, right?
I
It's
Are you
different,
serious?
Justice. It's
I pay
different.
£100
They go
ticket.
every weekend. They go every weekend. So, like,
They're
say
also-
we go, it's
I'm
easy for
gentrifying-
us because we'll just
gentrifying
My
spend it one
Champions
time.
League final ticket costs 60 quid. I'm not paying 100 for shit.
Exactly. Tell him, bro. Tell him.
Man said 60 quid, you
Like-
know? Wait,
like
what?
Yeah,
Redneck
the
said.
ticket cost 60 quid. It was
We
the
would-
travel and
we
the
would be
PCR test that
gentrifying-
cost
we would
an
be
arm and a leg.
gentrifying the
Which you know is about $100.
What? Oh yeah, no, that was above
Pounds,
100.
dollars.
Yeah, no, that was above 100.
Wait, how much
All
is
of
travel,
that,
by the
but
way?
the
How much
ticket
is travel,
isn't.
by
The
the way?
ticket shouldn't be that price.
Jester, that's
Wait,
a
how
lot
much
to
is
some
travel,
people.
by the way? What's called Lewis, by the way?
I
How much is
understand it's a
travel?
lot to some
Travel
people.
was no, I did a travel package,
Okay,
a Chelsea
big
travel
money
package.
man,
Overall, I
Justice.
think it was 350 for the
Okay,
overall.
that's cool.
No, overall travel package is 190, bro.
Listen, we're about to go gentrify Chelsea, man.
What?
You guys-
How is the cost of living in Texas? It's
I'm
wonderful.
ready for this stadium, bro. I'm
Kind
ready
of
for
really
this
is.
stadium, man.
How's it
Whoever
going?
said that, yeah.
Me, Jester, Redneck, we're coming through. Cause that
Oh
price
my
is easy, man.
I'm polluted
my
by
God.
American
Oh, y'all got
sport.
money.
Listen,
You
the
don't
tickets
care?
the tickets are priceless. Fodder is able to get his hands on Kai Havertz each game. Okay, it's a priceless
These
ticket.
don't don't let them in the stadium, bro. These don't even know the chance, man. Fuck this bullshit now.
I know
Bro.
the chance. Stop it.
What's in the seat? I can't believe we
I'm
wasted
like,
an hour on
You're
it.
discriminating against me.
I'm a
I'm
your
just
dar,
trolling,
man. I'm a your dar, bro. Come on.
I'm,
Your dad,
I'm trolling, bro. I'm trolling. It is what it is, man.
Your
I'm
dogs
just
don't
playing.
like you, Jester, man.
I go to Chelsea
Who
pub.
doesn't?
I
No,
know
no,
the
no,
chance.
no. Just as proper Chelsea, man. Stop it.
Nah,
I don't care who doesn't like. I got two ex-wives. You think
He's
I'd
not
worry
your
about
dog,
some
but he's
little
proper
kids
He's proper
in the chat? Shit.
You know your dar, but you're proper Chelsea.
I'm bothered by that.
Said I've got two ex-wives. I'm done.
You think I care about some Cho stands? Get out of here.
Volume up, can't hear you.
Hey,
Oh my god.
y'all don't
We
know
need to
about
talk
hate
about
until it
Christensen
comes from a
leaving,
woman.
though.
Y'all don't know about hate until it comes from a woman.
All right, let's
They
move on.
got
Get
levels. They got
But
levels.
nah, they got extreme levels, bro. We don't. I never mess with that, son.
Be
I've
careful.
been.
They're watching
Oh
right
my
now.
god.
They're watching right now, man. Be careful.
From my exes, no.
Be careful before what's called the near feminists come after you, bro. Gotta be careful, man.
Why? Because I said that they can be mean?
Yeah, probably.
Fuck if I care. Truth hurts.
Yo, Lewis,
Yo, damn, still.
how do you feel about Christensen
Don't
leaving?
backtrack.
200%.
Christensen ain't leaving. We're funding his contract with Westview, so we're
Yeah, what
fine.
are you talking about, Jack?
Nah,
Mo is funding the contract. Mo,
We got
contract is on you, bro. You got to
pay.
pay 3,900.
I ain't paying shit, bro.
Nah,
Nah,
you have
man.
to pay. Nah, fuck that. You have to pay it.
Nah, man. I'm going back to my illegal streams, allegedly.
No,
Let's go.
you have to pay it so we can keep Christensen. If you don't pay, we're not keeping him.
Hey, look, Christensen, it's
Christensen
been
was
nice.
gonna get done.
It's been nice knowing you, my friend, but bro, I'm broke, man. I'm sorry, man. I can't do this, man.
Christensen will get done. That's
Support your
not.
club.
That's
Support your club and get out, man.
Rudiger's the one that's not
That's
getting
obvious.
done. So If you want to talk about Rudiger
Thank Barry.
replacements,
Good thing I'm a Giants fan.
so,
Daniel, are you gonna send me the money?
Christian's playing the long game.
Hey, Mo, support the club or get out, bro.
What do you mean, bro? I do support the club. They
He's
don't
selling
want
the
me there no
gangster
more.
and keeping a softie.
Man, pay the
they don't
money, man.
want money
It's just
anymore.
3,900. I know you
Oh
have
my
it.
God. Bro, there's no way I'm paying. Even if
might
I had it, bro.
Oh, you might gonna need to go and twerk like
Support
what's
the
his
club.
name? Like
Nah,
Kazi
man.
with that picture. Something
Bro.
gotta give if you want to go back to.
Honestly, I don't think Kazi is giving 20 pounds to like Chelsea in any form.
Oh,
come on now.
You gotta save up his lunch money.
Kazi, you can't share the link.
I have a job, my guys. What the hell is this, man? Lunch money.
After school job, you gotta ask for school job.
No, man. I've got a job, bro, man. I got a job, man. Agency work, man, in this bitch, man. What the hell?
Oh my days.
Hey,
Yeah, so
How old are
Kazi,
you? 16 or 17?
Tell him to
Yeah,
pat
I'm
him out.
17, bro.
Well, that's
Kazi,
good.
Kazi.
You work at 17. That's good. That's good.
Kazi,
I started
we
working
need-
at 15, so
I started at 14.
You grew up in
what-
the
what- what-
industrial
what-
era.
You guys are working
Man,
coal
you
mines,
gotta
man.
show off now,
You
man.
guys
We
are
call
working
that,
coal
we call
mines,
that,
man.
we call that
Why you
shit.
not
but
promoting
I'm
child
doing
labor, bro?
You guys
What
are
is
working
this shit,
coal
bro?
mines,
They,
man. What the
they're
hell,
promoting child labor, bro.
That's
What is
child
this?
labor, man.
That
This
is
what are you
is
child
talking
labor, man.
about?
No,
They
bro,
had
that's
you guys
the
working at
industrial
11.
era in America. You start working at 9.
They had these guys pulling out coal at 11 years
Exactly,
old.
man. Exactly,
That's
man.
not
Coal
okay.
mine, bro.
Yeah, hey, look, I started actually before
It's
that.
not
If you want to talk
okay.
about mowing lawns and stuff like that,
Say that.
It's not okay,
hey, you
man.
got to make money.
That is in the coal mines at 12, man. That's not cool.
That's crazy, man. That's some South Korea shit right
Not
there,
cool,
bro.
bro.
No, you mean North Korean shit.
Oh
bro.
my God.
I mean, I don't know the difference between the two, man. I'm just saying Korea, man.
Kazi can't do math. Do you expect him to know the freaking difference?
Oh
North
my
Korea,
God.
bro.
Oh, come on, man.
No, we start working early here because you got to work to pay for what you want. Other people don't pay it for you.
Oh my days.
That shit
Nah, not
fucked
12
up.
though. My first job was 15. Not 12.
There you go.
12 is too early.
Nah, man. It's-
But I
in the
used
UK
to go
shit,
mow
man.
lawns
The
to
UK
make
is
money at that
strictly
age.
shit, man. You can't be working at that age, man.
12 is supposed to be, still have fun, man. Still a kid.
I can't believe it, man.
How much were you
These
getting paid? Like
prices.
£1 per hour or something, man. How much were you getting paid?
For me, 650.
$6.50 per hour.
Yeah, that
Yep.
minimum wage was doo-doo, bro.
That was cool.
When I
wasn't
started
really-
working at minimum
I
wage was
hated
like
it,
$3.
I was working at a
So-
community
minimum
center,
wage. Yeah.
Nah, because I know what the
stuff like that. It was cool.
I used to do that too, bro. I used to because you
That
trying to buy
minimum wage,
Jordans and
bro.
stuff like that.
Yeah, it wasn't a hard job, so I was like, man, I'll do it.
I want to buy Jordans on my clothes.
Yo, let's start talking Chelsea. Let's start talking about Fofana and all that kind of stuff.
Yes,
We haven't even got that far.
Yeah.
We're wasting an
I
hour
know.
talking about things.
Hey, bro, the feeling's gone. Fofana's
Nah,
not
you-
coming. That
Nah, you lot tried to say 700 something million, bro. I lost my goddamn mind, bro. What the hell?
Man, I thought we were gonna make bag, man. We're just making 7.2 actually, man. What the hell is this nonsense, bro?
I think they said they put in here.
Let's make bags,
It's
bro.
14.85 million.
Yeah.
Man, it's
Yeah.
still silly,
Okay,
man.
so what's
No,
the
It's
increase
not
from what it
silly,
was
man.
last
The
year? Is it
how-
like a
I mean, it's silly.
probably like a
on
7
the big
million
level,
increase?
but it's still.
The net revenue goes to keeping the stadium open and the water running and the lights on and people employed there.
I feel that. Support the club and get out more.
Ride or die, right? Ride or die.
Daniel, it's not only me, bro.
No, it's only you, bro. Fuck it.
Oh my days. We'll see
Tur's
what
gonna do
happens.
it. I already know. I
Well,
trust
I
the Tur,
heard-
man. I know he's gonna pay it.
I heard there was
It's you? I don't know. I don't know.
There was rich people sitting over there anyway. So Mo, you're a rich person, so you can.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's what I said.
I'm not rich, bro. I was bro. They caught me at a desperate time, bro. That's all I know.
Me too. I'm not rich as well, man.
I'm definitely no.
Nah, it
for
is-
two, me
it
and
is
you are not the
COVID
same.
time,
Don't
it is
lie, bro.
COVID time.
Don't lie, bro. For two, no. For two's living a different life, bro.
What are you talking about?
No. You're living a different life, bro. I'm broke. No,
I'm living
bro.
a student life, bro. I'm living.
No. Don't come to my lane, bro. You're definitely trying to fake it being broke, man. That's bullshit,
More
bro.
the
I
deflector.
refuse
More
to
the
believe this.
deflector.
All right, guys. Let's talk about the transfers, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's
There's
do
no
this.
transfers going to happen in January.
I tried to bring up
We're not
Christensen
getting that,
leaving,
bro.
but we veered off.
Fafana, do
Oh,
we
I
guys like
actually
him?
think
Do we not
I
like
actually
him?
think
Oh, the
we'll
guys
talk
like
about it.
Ziyech,
Yes.
man. We're not getting Fofana, man.
Are we signing somebody in
I'm just saying,
January?
as a player,
Yeah,
do you guys like him as a
we
player?
might sign
Yes,
the
Daniel, I like
Monica player.
Fofana.
I think he's
We
already
might sign
Chouameni?
Monica player.
I think
We
it's
might,
Fofana.
we
Yeah,
might
yeah,
sign
yeah.
Chouameni and loan him back out
Yeah,
for the
yeah.
rest of the season.
Nah, man, Declan Rice, man. Declan
Fuck
Rice.
off with this Declan Rice, bro. Sure, Mini's better, bro.
But he hasn't said. My man hasn't said nothing till
My
right
man,
now.
shut that down
Rice,
ASAP, yo.
When any
I
Declan
don't-
Rice prop,
We've got Rice at home, yeah, and you want some dumb Rice in our team. We got
Yeah, I
Rice.
want
uh,
Rice, man.
respect-
Fatou,
res-
man. Fatou,
Yeah, we
respect
got
that
Rice
Rice.
at home. We
Respect
got Rice. You got
Man,
cheap
it's
Rice.
better.
Rice.
Man is
And,
better.
and what's worse, it's fake English rice.
For sure.
Respect
For
that.
80 million.
Man, you guys just
Fake
hating.
English
400.
rice.
You hating because
You guys are hating, man.
You're hating, bro. 'cause he's British,
400
man.
What?
million.
For
No,
who
no,
we hating
no,
on?
I appreciate greatness.
Okay,
We're
not
not
100 million.
No, no,
Yo,
no.
But then you're not
Bad,
getting
but
it.
100 million
Yo,
too
Dave,
much.
hold on. Yo, Dave,
100 was too much, man.
you
I'll take
want
it.
Daniel,
Rice for
you don't
100
get a say in
million.
this, bro. You don't pay season ticket price, bro. Fuck you.
Man, support the club or get out, bro. I already told you what you need to do. don't ask me any questions.
So we're
Pay the
talking
money,
about
bro.
fake English rice for 100 million
I'm not paying the
because he's
bro.
Irish.
Man, man,
He's
it's
fake
better.
English.
Nah, you guys,
Exactly.
man,
No,
you
no,
guys
that
just
just means
you
that
guys
just
just
means
like
she's
spend money,
spicy
bro.
English, man.
It's like
That's
Chouameni,
right,
bro.
Sam
Chouameni
Pig.
is bricks.
A little
Yo,
cinnamon.
no
Rice
for
on
a Cuba.
Guys, if
Yo,
I'm paying
Dave, I
4K,
asked-
yeah,
yo,
I put some
I
foreign
asked Dave a
imports.
question.
That's what
I
I want,
asked
bro.
Dave a
Fuck this
question.
shit,
You want Rice for 100 million?
No,
You
I'm
and
talking
Nah,
about
no.
our
Listen,
game forward
I
squad
need.
for.
man. No. Kazi
You
doesn't
want
get a say in
Rice
this.
for
bro.
Look,
Because he
look,
only
look,
got
look,
20
look.
bucks for
Here,
the club, bro.
here's the reality. If these guys support the club as they're meant to, we can afford these guys. So if they pay
Jesus.
the money as they're meant to pay, when they
Mo,
support
you personally responsible for not paying Rudiger's
why are we questioning this?
250K.
Look,
Isn't
guys.
it?
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Yo, I found the link. I found the link for ticket prices.
As
I think
people
we
who
found
don't
that.
pay
I
these
think-
prices,
Okay.
yeah.
No.
As people who don't pay a penny towards this club, guys, yeah, you lot are having a lot to say about this, yeah.
I think
I'm not down with it.
I think Chelsea club found out exactly what people wanted.
No, I'll come to the
Rudiger
protest. No,
Rudiger to
we can't
stay,
stand for this.
and they raised the prices so they can afford Rudiger's salary.
So here's the Declan
No, you
Rice
personally responsible
argument.
for that.
The people go, well, yeah, I want Declan Rice, but I won't pay over 40 or 50 million. Well, then you're not getting Declan Rice. So why even have the conversation? He's a 100 million pound player. So either he's worth 100 million pounds and you want him at the club,
But here's the thing,
or
guys.
he's not worth 100 million pounds and you don't want him at the club. You
We
can't
don't
say,
need- We
I
don't
like
need
him
a
for
midfielder
50.
right now, though, Jester. We don't need a midfielder right now, so we can just wait for him.
We do in the summer.
We
No,
No,
We're
we
gonna need
don't. We have
We're gonna
enough
need two.
right now who are starting. Once they get older, by that point, if he doesn't sign a brand new contract, if he signs a new contract, then he's an idiot, and yeah, we should just sign someone. But if he
Yeah,
doesn't,
look,
Sign new contract.
we can
He
wait
has
2
it
years.
expires in
don't be
24.
surprised if Jorginho leaves in the summertime.
Okay, I mean, then
Then you have to replace
Yeah.
him. That's where Chouameni comes in.
But if he doesn't,
And don't be
leave, then we
surprised
can wait.
if Kova continues to have a good season. Don't be surprised if some team comes in and offers 70 million pounds for him.
I don't think Kova's leaving.
And if somebody offers that kind of money for him, he's out the door.
Conte will leave.
No, that's cool.
Oh,
then if
Conte can be leaving.
Chouameni comes in.
PSG.
Chouameni can come in for him, and then we still can wait for Rice.
What I'm saying is there's going to be turnover in the team this summer. So we will need midfielders. And then the choice is, do you bring in a Chouameni for one of them? Do you fill the other slot with a Gallagher? Do you fill the other slot with another midfielder? Or do you use somebody from the academy?
Okay, for one, we know. Okay, so we know Saul's spot is gone. We know Barkley's spot is gone, right? Those two spots are gone.
Yeah.
So those ancillary spots could be taken by Gallagher and Gilmore or whoever, right? The lower ranked. So I think we only buy somebody if one of Kovacic, Conte or Jorginho leaves.
And I'm
If
saying we're
none
going
of
to
them
lose two
leave-
of those. I think we're going to lose two of those.
I don't.
I don't know. I don't think we lose two. We
I
might
would
lose
think
one,
we'll
but
lose
two?
Yeah.
I don't
One.
know. I don't think so.
One.
Okay, because Jorginho's contract is up in 23.
I think Jorginho might leave. Yes.
Okay, and so he goes. That's one down. Now, Conte is short on
Conte's getting
contract
injured
as
today.
well.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: you keep Conte, you
He
keep
might
those
need to
guys
get a
for
whole
one
new
more year,
11.
right? Because you don't want to. I wouldn't want to separate a team getting rid of 2 or 3 key parts all in one summer,
It's not
especially
always your
when they're still young
choice.
and they're still in the prime. Well, Chelsea doesn't really do that.
Yeah, but if Conte goes, well, I don't want to sign another long-term extension because I want to go back and live in France with my mom because
Stop it, man.
Why are you making up stories? But what is this?
What do you mean leave with his mom? Where's this coming from?
Have you never read anything on N'Golo Conte?
Would you
No.
like to tell us?
He's lost 1 or 2 brothers from illness.
Yeah,
He's a big family guy. And with things going on in the world, you don't know when he's like, I want to go back and be with my family and still be able to play. Maybe he's like, I can't do it at this level anymore because he's picking up these injuries and he hasn't looked really like the real N'Golo for a while. Except, 1 half at Tottenham, I think is all he's really looked like himself this season. At what point does he go, well, if I want to extend my career, I go to a league that's less physically imposing, like a Ligue 1 would be. I mean, he could daydream
I think maybe
and do
2
bits
seasons.
there.
I don't
But
think
we
right
don't.
now.
You don't know that.
So are you saying
If he doesn't,
Vice versa though, but you don't know he wants to. There's no indication that we've seen that he wants to not stay for at least another
I'm
year.
giving you hypotheticals because I'm saying there's 2 people that could leave out of that midfield this summer, and I'm telling you the ways they could leave. Not saying they're going to happen.
Okay, so you
But-
said we signed Chouameni and one more player.
No, I'm saying if he signed Chouameni to take one of those positions, do you then bring in a Gallagher or Gilmore to fill the other? Or do you look for another midfielder?
No. You bring in a Gallagher or Gilmore.
Okay, then the midfield money and some of the forward money, because I think 2 forwards leave this summer as well. And I'm saying attacking players. So one of Ziyech, Christian, Cho,
stop.
Havertz,
maybe.
Turner. 2 of those are going to go. So you've got 2 out of the midfield, 2 out of the forward line.
Chester, whenever I come on these streams here, how come you're always trying to sell our team, bro? I just want to know.
I'm just going to reality. It's reality that think that Ziyech is
Yeah,
not
it's
going to be
likely
here.
Ziyech leaves. It's likely Werner
Okay.
leaves. Yes.
Okay.
And it's likely we sign a couple players to replace them. I think Gallagher is definitely coming in, and I think he's coming in as one of the untens. I don't think he's coming into like midfield. So one of those spots is taken by him, and we probably go out and splash a lot of money on one other player. But I don't think we're losing both. We would lose both Conte and Jorginho in one summer. I think we might lose one.
I think it's possible. It is.
I mean, anything is possible, but what's likely?
You could also see Kova being somebody coming in and putting down mad money for Kova.
Kova has a 3-year contract. We'll just say no.
Why would we say no? Everybody,
because you have to, when you lose a quality player, you have to replace a quality player.
I understand
right?
that, but we all know, we've said this in previous streams. Every
if you
player
lose 2, you
has
have to
a
sign
price on their price. Okay, if you offer this amount, you can have him. Every player has that.
I get that, but
and so if
that's a big assumption that a team would want to
just
sign him for a crazy price.
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
he's not.
Teams are really. I don't think that's gonna happen. He's gonna be 29 at that point. Or, no, sorry, 28. Right? I don't think
he's 28.
Spend 80 million on him, which is what it'll take us to like let him go, especially if he's performing at this level.
We only bought him for what, 45?
Yeah.
40.
40? So if somebody came in with 60 million, that's a $20 million profit.
Yeah, but it'll cost us 70 million to replace him with the same level of quality.
I think Gallagher could do the same job.
Nope.
I think Chouameni can do the same job.
Chouameni is going to cost 65 or more.
Chouameni is going to be 40 million at the most.
What? Fabinho cost 65.
45 at max.
That's euros, though.
I think Chouameni will cost 50 mil.
So what I'm saying is
he's a French international. He's going to the World Cup. I don't think it's going to be that cheap.
Who?
Maybe last year, but not this year.
Sure.
I'm telling you that he's going to be around the 40 million pound mark.
50.
Well, you can say whatever you want to. That's the going price for him. And you could see him. You could see us buying him in the wintertime and loaning him back to Monaco to keep the price down.
I think it's gonna cost us a lot of money to get that kid. I think he
has
has a lot of
I
hype.
don't.
He has a lot of
Yeah.
eyes on him. It's gonna cost us a lot of money, and replacing key players is gonna cost you a lot of money. To sell Jorginho, it's probably gonna cost. I'm guessing Juve. I think that's the team that's probably gonna get him. 65 million.
Yep.
So to replace him is gonna cost us 65 million or something.
Look,
of that
what
level.
I've been informed is that we have somebody that's ready to replace him in Gilmore. That's what I've been told. So now, whether you believe that's true or not, we can have that conversation.
Yeah, listen, that's not what we're doing here. We're not doing that. Okay, when you lose a player of that quality, you spend the money and bring a quality player back.
Oh, so you don't hand that position over to an academy player?
Listen, if he was playing to a high level, this like in terms of experience, yeah, sure, but you're not.
Really
This
good
kind
move.
of experience is not leading Chelsea next year. That's not what we're doing.
Yeah, but you're saying Chouameni would be the one to replace Jorginho. So Gilmore
Gallagher is
is
getting
not
over
that.
Gilmore.
I don't think so.
Who is?
Gallagher.
I don't know.
Okay,
See,
again,
we've
They
heard the
play
club
in
come out and
different
say
posi-
Gallagher is coming back, but he's coming back as a 10.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't
okay,
think
yeah.
he's.
That's true. That's true.
Well, if we play the
Yeah,
current
he's
formation
taking
that we
Mount's
play,
spot.
sure.
so again, you either spend the money to go out and buy somebody to replace that player, or you think you have somebody in the academy that's out on loan that can do the same job for free. You then use that money to replace a center back that we're going to lose. We're losing Rudiger. Unless
Yeah.
somebody pulls something out of their butt, we're losing him.
Mhm.
So you have to replace him.
Listen,
I'm not
Yeah.
saying
Probably
Delict
the
is the
guy-
person. I'm not
No, we
saying
know. If you know
I-
the history of Chelsea, you know how Chelsea moves. That's the guy they want.
Yeah.
I don't want him.
I don't mind.
you know,
I don't mind Delict. I don't want Kunde really.
there's
he's gonna be the
multiple
one.
players we've
They
been
want
linked
him.
with.
So
There's
it is what it is.
there's Delict, there's Militao, there's
Yeah.
Kunde, and
Militao.
now there's Fofana. There's 4 center
Yeah,
backs.
Kunde is not happening.
Why?
I don't think it's
I
happening.
don't think. I don't know.
all the chat the Sevilla boss was saying about us or about our negotiation tactics and how disrespectful we were in bringing offers late. We don't. The one thing Marino is super prideful. So I don't see us paying 80 million for him unless they come out and say, we'll give him to you for 45 million. Otherwise, he's not coming to Chelsea.
So yeah, I think it'll be one of Kunde, Delict, or Militao. I don't think Fofana is at that
Not
level.
a chance either of them.
So
Militao, where's that coming? Why would Real Madrid sell him?
That's true.
yeah, there's been rumors that
Why-
they're interested in him.
Typical
And we have
international
the links
break,
through
bro.
Thiago.
It's just to fill the papers. There's no way Real Madrid. is
Okay,
selling.
that's fine. I'm just saying the links are out there though. It's not like
No, I hear that, but we have to
Chances we
filter
sign
like
Fofana.
what's
Fofana will be more
realistic and
chance.
what's like not,
Yeah, facts.
why would Militao not be realistic?
because he's
'Cause-
23 in Real
And
Madrid.
they sold Varane because of him as well, because he was outperforming him.
Well, if they bring in Rudiger,
Why
Yeah.
Rudiger goes to Real Madrid? Rudiger is going PSG
No,
I
really
don't
goes
think he's
really
going
wrong.
to.
or
Yeah.
Bayern.
Rudiger's going to Real
Bayern,
Madrid, Barcelona, or
those.
Bayern.
Yeah,
Not-
he ain't
Most
going
likely,
not
PSG.
going
most likely not
Barcelona.
afford them.
He
Who?
ain't going PSG.
They've got too much. They got too many center backs at PSG already.
Exactly.
Yeah, but those guys are bums.
Now Marquinhos is good.
Marquinhos is a bum.
No,
Marquinhos is good, but they not selling.
Kim-
He ain't coming.
Kimpembe,
Yeah,
Ramos
Kimpembe
is
is
Oh,
a
a
bum.
Kimpembe
shit
is a
signing.
bum,
Try to
yeah.
get
First of
him.
all,
Yeah,
first of all,
Kimpembe
he
is a
said
bum.
he's not going. First of all, he said
Ramos
he's not
Ramos
going
has
anywhere.
been a waste of a freaking
We
signing.
tried, but Marquinhos vetted it.
So yeah,
Marquinhos and
they
the
can
club.
definitely they can definitely get him, and he'll
Yeah.
start.
Yeah, I think
Of course, it
Who?
was.
you know if so. You know we have holes
Daniel,
to
who did you
fill.
say we can get?
Huh?
You said we can get Marquinhos?
No, us no.
No.
Oh,
No, I
okay.
said they can get
No.
Rudiger, and he'll definitely start for them because the
Yeah,
other
yeah,
guys,
yeah,
are,
yeah,
you
yeah.
know, those
I
guys.
don't think
Because Kimpembe is a
Rudiger goes to
bum.
PSG. He's going to go to either Bayern
He's going to
or
Bayern. I think he's going to
Barcelona or
Bayern.
Real Madrid. Those are the three
I
clubs
think
I
he
see
was
him at.
good.
I think
I
Bayern's
think
the
he's
perfect fit.
much.
He's
I
German.
think Bayern is the strongest because he's German. Go back,
Yeah.
play for
That,
Yeah,
that's
that's
very
good.
possible. I can tell you one club he's not going to be playing for.
Upamecano's a bum. I mean, come on, man.
And what club
Yeah.
is that?
That would be
Look.
ours.
Look, Real Madrid
Exactly.
is gonna be
Yeah,
two
well,
players on high wages. It's gonna be what's his face?
Pogba,
Mbappe.
Pogba and Mbappe. They cannot bring three same amount of money. Like you can't.
Why do you
Yes,
think
They
they're
can. It's
trying to
just
get rid of
unlikely.
Hazard?
It's
The what?
unlikely, and they have to get rid of
Hazard
Hazard.
coming back to Chelsea this winter.
Oh God,
Mark my
no.
word.
No, he's not. We've
On
already said they're
loan,
not
Please.
selling
on
him.
loan. Yeah, right. But
We're not going to bring a
actually stop it.
cup-tied player in. We're not bringing a cup-tied player in.
You will. It's not the first time we did it.
Hey, by the way, Timo's fit.
Yeah, Timo
But
came back
hey,
in. I think the only one that's out is Kova.
let's go. Timo's back.
Yeah, I don't know about Kovac.
I know nobody else is gonna
There's
celebrate,
not been.
but I'll
There's no
celebrate the guy,
up
man.
on Kovac.
Timo.
Timo.
Actually, I thought Kova was
I need
supposed to
my
be back
shot.
too. I think Alonso's back.
Oh fucking hell!
I need my silky Croatian back, bro.
Did someone say Alonso for fuck's sake?
Well, no, he's back though.
Why people have problem with Fofana? That's what I don't understand.
I like
Fuck,
Fofana,
yeah.
but
He's not. He's
like
not at the
Fofana.
level. Well, I'm
What's the
saying
level?
He's young. He's not supposed
he's
to be at the
young.
level.
He's not.
Bro, he's good.
I didn't say he wasn't good, but is he good enough to replace Rudiger?
Well, nobody's
probably
good enough
not.
right
None
now.
of the options you
Okay.
named are good enough.
Even
None of
ones
the
that
options I
you said
named.
that we're gonna
named
buy.
are good.
Even the options that you said that we're gonna buy.
Kunde is not
Kunde
good enough to replace Rudiger.
is not good enough. What's his name?
But we're rarely gonna get
Holland-
someone
Holland,
unless
that fraud from Holland. He ain't good.
the lit.
Yeah.
That fraud, you know.
That's
Disrespect.
the one that be the only
my
one
God.
that actually the only one that actually good is PSG one, but he said he's not coming. That's the only one that actually
Exactly.
walked into our defense.
Yeah, and we gotta understand not too much defenders at this current moment is better than Rudiger. So we gotta.
Rudiger's on the fly, so I don't know who can replace. I'm not saying previous.
It's gonna be Delict.
Oh, I
guys,
forgot
man.
Pau Torres. There's links to Pau
It's gonna
Torres.
be
too.
Delict, man.
It's,
Oh,
no,
no,
not
no,
a
no, no.
freaking chance. Not a chance. we
I
get it.
hope he stops being so twitchy once he comes to Chelsea.
Oh fuck! I'll be twitchy if he comes to Chelsea.
I hope he stops being so twitchy. Because he's coming.
He ain't
Who?
coming. I bet
Delict.
you Hazard will be at Chelsea quicker than the league.
All right, you'll see.
You'll say
Wait, Alex, you believe Hazard's coming back?
yes.
100%. You think?
Jesus.
I think 100% he's coming. There's
I believe 100%
there
he's
is a
not coming back.
conversation of him coming on loan with potential return.
He's not coming
Jesus
back,
Christ.
man.
You'll see.
I'm
I
not believing
will.
a damn thing until I see it happen. But hey, we move in
I'm
it.
usually the same way, but the way I think it is.
At January 30th, I'm gonna come to you, Alex, and be like, "Oh, what
That's
happened?"
fine. And I will. It's not like I'm going to be saying like, "Oh, I'm not the guy to move around it." I'll
The
move
only
around it.
reason.
You're not Monstar?
Yeah, I'm
All
not
right, gentlemen, I gotta go get ready for work. Y'all have a good one.
Same.
Yeah,
Take it,
man, you saved it, Daniel. You
That guy's a
saved it.
lawyer,
Big up,
man.
Justin.
He always gets out
Big
of
up.
it.
It's always gets out of it, man.
Big up everyone
guys-
that's locked in.
One of these
Smash
days,
the
man.
like and
One of these days.
subscribe button. We'll be back tomorrow for a Leicester preview. And as always, up the Chelsea.